What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here. Welcome to Dan Q8000's top 5 best games of 2016. That's right, we're able to do one of these this year. Last year I never did one, and the reason for that was I just didn't feel like there were enough excellent games to be worthy for a full top 5. You know what I mean? It was hard enough to choose things. I did have games that I wanted to throw on my list, but there were just not enough to make a full video. You know, there were maybe 1 or 2, it'd be a top 2 or something like that, which just wouldn't work. However, this year, there were 5 games that I'm comfortable with and confident enough that they deserve to be on my top 5 best games list. So, one thing to mention as well, in order for them to make the list, I have to have played the game. They had to have come out in 2016. And of course, it's something that I enjoy. It's something that I like. So maybe if you liked something that came out, even if I played it, you think it's better, keep in mind, these are my opinions. This is just what I feel for my tastes. I'm sure a lot of people might agree with me, but I'm sure a lot of people won't. But that's the beauty of the online world. We can have things like this, which is excellent. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy my top 5 best games of 2016. Kicking things off at number 5, we have Abzu. Now, Abzu was a game that wasn't too mainstream. In fact, it wasn't even very long. It only took me a couple of hours to fully beat it. But there's a particular reason why it's on my list. It was a game that was sheerly beautiful. The experience alone was just so unbelievable and peaceful and calming. And it was such a nice change of pace from all the games that we normally get. It allows you to take a look at the fact that video games can be a work of art. When I played Abzu, I just felt a sense of peace and a sense of achievement. You know, even when things got a little bit crazy, it was just such an exciting adventure. Trying to find out what was coming up next, what we were going to be doing next, what's with all these questions. You know, we have a lot of questions. Who are we? What is going on down here? We don't understand. What can we do? And it just makes you think, and it gives you an alternative experience rather than the traditional mainstream first-person shooters or, you know, crazy action games. It was something that was short, sweet, inexpensive, and just an all-around amazing experience. I had a great time with it. I recommend people go check this game out. It is awesome, and it is really affordable. It's super cheap, so go check it out, guys. That's why it comes in at number 5 on my countdown. Coming in at number 4 on the countdown, we have Firewatch. Now, Firewatch was a game that released in the early months of 2016, and we follow a man whose life is in ruins. You know, he's going through a lot and needs to get away from it all. So he takes a job in the Wyoming mountains as a Firewatch officer. Now, this sounds like a simple enough premise, but it turns into one of the most edge-of-your-seat mysteries that I've ever played. Every single time I wanted to know who was doing this. Is someone following us? What happened to this person? We don't know. And something with such a simple premise, you feel like danger is around every corner at all times. It is one of the most interesting stories I've had the chance to play this year, and it was such a great game that I feel a lot of people missed out on. It was a game that always left you wanting more, and every single time we went to a new day, we were left with a cliffhanger. It's like, no, what is going to happen next? I need to know. And it was just such a unique idea with a beautiful looking art style, something creative, something unique that we've never seen before, and I really liked it. And I think everybody should at least experience it at least once. Now, apparently, depending on the choices you make, yes, you can choose how you want your game to play. You can get a different ending. There's various endings, but it also opens speculation. It leaves more and more questions at the end than when you started. What do you want from us, you know? It's a game that I think needs a sequel, and I'd like to find out more. It doesn't need a sequel, but it could use a sequel, and I think it should. But it's a great game. You should go experience it now. It is also an inexpensive game to check out. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why Firewatch is number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3 on the countdown, and probably no surprise to anyone, Dishonored 2. Now, this game is the highly anticipated sequel to the first game released back in 2012. Now, the thing that I love the most about Dishonored 2 is that it took what Dishonored 1 did best and just added to it, added more features, but keeping that same style that made the first game so great. Instead of just playing as one person, we get the ability to play as a second, which opens options and opens a different side to the story. You could play the game twice through and get a completely separate experience, completely different, unique experience based on the character that you play as. And each character has their own unique set of abilities and play style. So if you want to go stealth, you pick Emily. You want to go a little bit more up close and personal and go loud, you pick Corvo. But either way, you can try and make both styles work for you in whatever method you choose, which makes it so great. Couple that with a great gripping storyline that keeps you entertained from start to finish, interesting characters, and fun missions and levels, you're getting a high quality game with tons of replay value and an overall experience that just leaves you feeling satisfied, which is why Dishonored 2 comes in at number 3 on my countdown. Coming in as the runner-up on my countdown, number 2, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Now, I've always been a fan of the Uncharted games. It's been an excellent story where you get tons of gameplay, the most amazing environments with the most unbelievable characters, storyline. It's just all an amazing package. Uncharted 4 is no exception. It gives me that feel of the Uncharted 2 style, Uncharted 2 storytelling that everybody loves so much. Being Uncharted 2 being one of the best games of the franchise, it was nice to see that they went back to those roots and created an amazing game with laughs, excitement, suspense, everything you could think of comes in this nice package of Uncharted 4. It is a game that you're never going to regret buying. It's a game that you're going to want to play multiple times. It's a game that gives you a lot to do, and it's a game that gives you an exciting, entertaining, overall brilliant experience. And I love it so much. It was a way to kind of seal the deal of the Uncharted series. They have an ability to open it up and do another game, but honestly, I'd say they called it quits at the perfect time. Uncharted 4, truly a great end to a beautiful series and an excellent one. If you haven't played Uncharted 4 yet, go pick this one up and do yourself a favor. That's why it comes in at number 2 on my countdown. And finally, the number 1 game, according to me, DanQ 8000 of 2016, Doom. I'll bet a few people might be a bit surprised that I voted this one number 1, but let me explain. I grew up in the 90s. I grew up playing old school games, like everything from Super Mario to Duke Nukem. Now, I remember playing the original Doom back in the day and moving up Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, and seeing the progression of the game. Now, what I loved the most about this game was the sheer simplistic enjoyment. The story was fine. We don't need to really talk about that. But what this game did so damn perfectly was 90s style, amazing excitement, simplistic gameplay, entertaining from start to finish, one of the best soundtracks I've ever seen. It didn't matter where you were in the game, you wanted to kill some demons. The music, the heavy metal that played alongside it was just the perfect soundtrack to the demon slaying background. You know, you're working on killing these demons, give me some heavy metal. And it was a long journey, an exciting journey from start to finish. It just reminded me of 90s gameplay with a modern graphical appearance. I love this game so much. For simple enjoyment alone, Doom takes the cake, and I think I had the most fun with this game out of all games that came out this year. I know that's the bold claim, but it is the truth. It's a game that I think people need to pick up, even if you weren't, like me, and you didn't grow up in the 90s, and you didn't play these classic games. It's still a simple, exciting, entertaining game, and I think that's what we need. All this over-analysis of gameplay and all these games that have such high expectations. This game knocks it out of the park for being a simple FPS, old school style with an amazing soundtrack. That's why it's my game of the year for 2016. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my top 5 best games of 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me this past year of 2016, and I thank you for sticking with me through 2017. It's going to be a crazy ride. 2016, there were some ups and downs. Gaming-wise, it was a pretty solid year, so I cannot complain. Had a lot of fun with you guys. It was excellent. So much fun this year, or this past year, I should say. So thank you guys again. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Helps out so much. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with my list? Do you not agree? Is there a game you'd throw on? Is there a game you'd take off? Let me know these things, guys. I'm very curious to see what kind of things you guys are into and what kind of things, what makes Team 8000 tick. It's all about that. Also, if you're interested, go ahead, follow me and like my pages on social media. I'm very active on there. It's a great way to chat with me outside of YouTube, just kind of get advanced looks behind the scenes, giveaways, all sorts of things like that. I'm active on there every single day. It's a great idea to follow me there because YouTube comments are pretty nuts. They're quite the gong show, so I don't really partake in them too often, so it's better to go social media, especially Twitter at DanQ8000, Instagram at DanQ8K, and of course my Facebook, DanQ8000. There's other ones as well down there, so check them out. But that's it, guys. If you want as well, though, almost forgot, if you want to get yourself a shirt or hoodie, there's a link to my Spreadshirt shop in the description as well. Thank you guys so much again. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day. We got plenty more content coming this year in 2017. It's going to be a good one. But until then, let's hand things over to Knox Hill. Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wildin' wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style, it's dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding, tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving, fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Knox Hill, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.